On April 11, 2021, the first episode of Tokyo Revengers aired, a Delinquent series that included a time travel element to enhance the drama of the story. When Tokyo Revengers first aired, everyone was hyping up this series to be the next best thing. Personally, after the first episode aired, I immediately went on to read the manga and it was an enjoyable experience. However, when season 1 ended, the positive perception of Tokyo Revengers began to change to a more negative one, because as Tokyo Revengers began its final arc in the manga, the story started declining in quality. I don't understand why so many shonen series decide to become garbage during their final arc, but I guess that's the shonen curse. So as this horrendous final arc was releasing, people online would meme random panels like crazy, and the internet doing what it does best, people not even caught up with this series would bandwagon on the hate train towards Tokyo Revengers. Now while to an extent this type of behavior is kind of lame, the final arc was that ass, so it was honestly deserved. This is coming from someone who read the final arc weekly, by the way. I also think that readers beginning to hate the protagonist was a massive reason for why Tokyo Revengers started receiving so much hate in the anime community. At a certain point, people began to realize just how much of a bum Takemichi was. The dude wouldn't even take the time to learn how to fight, plus he had no ounce of drip at all. So if you want to improve your aura, check out Anime Express, the sponsor of today's video. Let's keep it real. A lot of anime merch sucks, low quality, and the designs are not moving the soul, but the Anime Express store has something for you. Hoodies, t-shirts, shorts, LED lamps, jewelry, black blades in stock filled with Mihawk's Conqueror's hockey. This store will feed you well, especially if you are a JJK fan. And don't worry, I'm looking out for my day ones, so if you use the code TheLocalDub10, you get a 10% discount at checkout. So make sure to lock in at animeexpress.store. So Tokyo Revengers was the new laughingstock or anime and manga. Tokyo Revengers put their left hand on Fairy Tail's shoulders and their right hand on Black Clover's shoulder and said, "I will bear all of the slander upon myself. I will show you what a real Mickey Mouse manga looks like." Ken Wakui will go down in history as the Cuffum of manga. Just like Cuffum ruined Dreads for the black community, Wakui ruined the Delinquent genre for the anime industry. Anytime a new Delinquent or time travel series is announced, there's just a certain stench to it that reminds people of Tokyo Revengers. It's like that one video where the guy is screaming, "Wear deodorant, nigga." People want no part in Tokyo Revengers 2.0, which is why as someone who fully experienced the suffering caused to their brain from Tokyo Revengers final arc, I believe I have the duty to tell people that Windbreaker is Tokyo Revengers but actually good. Windbreaker follows Hakura Sakura, a 16-year-old kid out of town entering Furin High School, an old boys institution filled with delinquents. No studying, just straight hands and vibes at this school. Like, I don't even think these kids actually have classes, but it's anime, so I stopped questioning these things by episode 3. Cloverworks is the studio for this show, directed by Toshifumi Akai, who worked on series like Bocchi the Rock, Spy X Family, and previously directed the Fate Grand Order series, so you already know that the animation is going to be great. Meaning, unlike Tokyo Revengers, the punches in this anime actually hold some weight to them. It felt like I was watching The God of High School again. The action in the anime is further enhanced by the amazing soundtrack. The music for this adaptation is done by Ryo Takahashi, who worked on series like Classroom of the Elite. In the first episode, there's already a gorgeous fight sequence with an insert song. Now, I've talked about the production value for this anime and the world of the story, but what about the most important element, the characters? I am so excited to let y'all know that Windbreaker is not one of those spectacle series where the only appeal is the action. There's nothing wrong with a series like that, but I've seen so many people only talk about the action of Windbreaker. Yes, the characters in Windbreaker have hands, but that's not the soul of the series. Sakura is a typical, I want to be the strongest character who wants to take over Furin to reach the top because he believes it's the only way to validate his existence. As Sakura's views on what strength is just a coping mechanism to run away from his trauma. So a lot of his journey is centered around coming to understand that it is okay to connect with others, alongside learning what comes with the responsibilities of being a leader. Aside from Sakura, all the other students of Furin are full of life and are a treat to watch. A lot of my favorite moments in this anime aren't even the fight scenes. Seeing characters like Suo and Nirei goof off during missions is a treat to watch, or seeing Hiragi lose his mind as the babysitter of the team. There are tons of really wholesome moments that provide a lot of truth to these characters, resulting in them feeling like actual people. The anime even does something interesting with the leader of Furin, Umemiya Hajime, an extrovert who is just a chill guy overall. With the goofy personality of Gojo Satoru, who ironically shares the same voice actor in Nakamura Yuichi, so through the introduction of Umemiya is when the true story of Windbreaker begins. As his existence annihilates Sakura's vision of what a true leader should look like, Umemiya is respected not for just his physical strength alone, but because of of his emotional maturity. Umemiya, in a weird way, is the therapist of the series at times, teaching multiple characters throughout the story of what the true meaning of strength is. But I won't dive any deeper into this as I don't want to spoil the experience for you. This video is only to give you a small taste of what the story has to offer. Now, I know I just spent the entire video convincing you to watch the anime, but if you are someone who doesn't have the patience to wait for season 2, I would highly recommend picking up the manga. The art is great, the flow of fights is really easy to understand, and the character writing in the current arc has been phenomenal. During this video, I briefly talked about Sakura, and if you are a fan of the loneliness theme and storytelling, you will love what the author does with the protagonist. So if you haven't watched Windbreaker, do yourself a favor and experience greatness. But before I end things off, once again, a special thanks to my channel member, Loki Bentio, for supporting the channel. You are built different. If you stuck around till the end of the video, I just want you to know that I appreciate you. And if you want to talk to me about anime related topics, join my Discord server. Also consider becoming a channel member, another way to support me, and I support you back with shoutouts at the end of the video, early access to new videos, custom emotes, and members only videos depending on which level of membership you decide to choose. And if you're someone that enjoys anime content that keeps it real, consider subscribing so when I hit 10k, you can brag about being a day one. I gotta get back in the kitchen to cook. Peace. Lord have mercy, that final arc is really bad. Wow. As I'm saying this, there are certain panels that are beginning to enter my mind, and it's like, I'm feeling the pain of having to read that again. Now, what was Wakui doing? That arc is not it. Like, it's so bad. Oh my God. Like, why did he write some of that stuff? Like, you had the opportunity to have, I can't even right now. Like, there's not, it's like the easiest 3, and he bricks. What was Wakui doing? What was he doing? I really read that arc weekly. What am I doing with my life? Like, sometimes I really just be reading anything. I'm really thinking about that right now. Sometimes I really just be reading some garbage for no reason, just for fun, just for shits and giggles. But you know what? The signs are there. The signs are really there. The signs are really there because he was not doing that time travel plotline properly. Sometimes Takemichi would just have his abilities just activate randomly. That was never explained. It would just happen. Oh man, that last 2 chapters, wow. Now he really did. He had an open wide shot at scoring a 3. At the very least, all of the themes of the story could have been executed properly, but he couldn't even do that properly. Like, Takemichi in the final arc, if you haven't read it, starts getting Conqueror's Haki, bro. Like, he starts getting Future Sight. Like, this is One Piece. Like, what are we doing? He starts having Future Sight, like he's Katakuri. He starts seeing attacks before they happen. Like, oh my God. Like, he got the Sharingan. Oh man, it's really stupid. And Mikey's such a garbage character. Wow. He thinks he was moving like he was in Blue Lock. And I like Blue Lock, but sometimes Blue Lock can be corny. But Mikey, oh man, that man is pure corniness. Like, that, there's that one panel where like all the darkness is swirling around him. I can't believe I offended that panel. I thought he was actually gonna I thought Wakui was actually gonna delve into like the psychological aspects of this guy's trauma. He doesn't. And then we get the most goofy Mickey Mouse backstory for Mikey. But why he's like this, man, and that's garbage. I've never seen a character go down a dark path and the reasoning for it be because somebody smashed my toy. That was basically what it was. Trash. Like, Toy Story got better writing. What are we doing? I want my time back. Nah, man. And I can't believe Wakui is actually making a new manga. And it's probably going to sell well too. It's disgusting. It's nasty.